We're here at the Console Energy Center with Mike Zeisberg. I'm Rob Longley for Post Media. We're on Friday night. The Eastern Conference Final began, and the Tampa Bay Lightning drew first blood, almost literally, Mike. We'll talk about that in a minute. A big 3-1 win over the fairly significantly favored Pittsburgh Penguins, and obviously they strike first and you get a big early lead in this series. The big question I have for you, though, Mike, is did you bring your equipment with you?
Well,
just 1 second. This Lightning team, no captain Steven Stamkos, no defenseman Anton Stroman. Ben Bishop goes out. We'll talk about that tonight with an injury in the first period. And maybe for game 2 they'll lose Ryan Callahan after a pretty vicious hit that took place right behind us here. How does this team keep winning with all of these losses to their lineup? Is it that much depth, or are they just resilient?
you know, I think it's resiliency, and it reflects on John Cooper, the coach, who never makes any excuses. It's this attitude of next man up. And you know what? I mean, Palat of the Tampa Bay Lightning, I mean, he hit Dumoulin of the Penguins late in the game from behind, and I think that Stefan Quintel of the player safety department is going to give him a call too. So you've got 2 possible suspensions for game 2. The Lightning could be shorthanded again. And you know, Rob, one thing I don't understand is these lack of respect incidents between these players has happened so much in these playoffs. We saw in the previous round with the Penguins, Chris Letang against Marcus Johansson. We saw the Caps' Brooks Orpik on Oli Mata. There were 2 suspensions there. And you just have to wonder, when is it going to stop? I mean, when are guys going to see somebody taken off on a stretcher because of one of these hits and realize we can't keep doing this?
Yeah, that's a real fine line, Mike. Obviously they're going full speed and the intensity level is really ramped up when you're just 4 wins away from advancing to the Stanley Cup final. But as you said, where's the respect? And on a couple of those hits tonight, it was pretty clear that there was no respect. There was no intent to change direction. There was no intent to stop as they approached the boards. The one thing about it, though, by 10 minutes into this game, we were into a very intense series, and I think we'll expect a lot more of that as we move along.
And let's not, sorry to interrupt, but let's not forget, you mentioned too, Ben Bishop, and we hate to bring up the thing about a stretcher, but him being stretchered off the ice in the first period on a kind of bizarre play where he wasn't really hit, and all of a sudden we saw him writhing in pain.
Yeah, he sort of stretched him. He stretched the wrong way, and he looked like he was hurt real bad. And of course, the worst thing about that, Mike, is Andrei Vasilevsky came in to replace him, and good luck spelling his name the rest of the series.
Over and over again, yeah, that's for sure.
Well, that's it for tonight, Friday night, from the Console Energy Center in Pittsburgh. For Post Media, I'm Rob Longley with Mike Zeisberger.